She decided to burn my braids with a lighter all the way to the top, which made my hair burn into the braids. So when I took them out, I just had to do a big chop, and I went from having hair to not having hair.
I have a lot of crazy hair stories, but the most crazy one that I could think of, a couple years ago, I was getting ready to go on a trip. So I booked an appointment to get my hair braided. The appointment was for 11 a.m. to be exact. It was for some tribal braids. And I was expecting, get in, maybe be done around like 2, 3 o'clock. I didn't leave the hair shop until 1 o'clock in the morning because she triple quadruple booked herself. So when I came in, I'm expecting, okay, I'm gonna have to wait like maybe 30 minutes. She's finishing up somebody else. But apparently people were coming in after me and they were like, okay, yeah, my appointment's for this time, my appointment. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And one of the people who came in didn't come with their hair washed or anything, so you had to wash and do all this stuff. So long story short, she would start my hair and then stop it to do other people. And I didn't leave until 1 o'clock in the morning. The craziest part about it was the braid style didn't even take more than like 45 minutes.
The craziest hair experience that I've encountered was I tried to support a family friend, and as soon as she got done with my braids, she decided to burn my braids with a lighter all the way to the top, which made my hair burn into the braids. So when I took them out, I just had to do a big chop, and I went from having hair to not having hair. And she still wanted me to pay, but I didn't. But that's the craziest hair experience that I've
I guess a crazy hair experience for me would be back in college. This was like when Keisha Cole first came on the scene and she was rocking like the two-tone hair. And I wanted it. So I had my best friend dye like the center top patch of my hair. And it turned orange. And I tried to dye it again, and all of it broke off and fell out. And as a result of making that decision, I ended up with a mullet. I was Joe Dirt. And I think I wore braids for probably like a year after that until I got it to the point where I cut everything into a bob. But like I was really trying to keep up with what was happening in current times and trying kitchen hairstyles and do-it-yourself dye, which I would not recommend. But it was hilarious. I think, and it was like New Year's too. It's like the first time I went out of town with like my sorority chapter, and I had a mullet, like trying to go out and have a good time. And it was like, it's been a running joke ever since. So